Well, hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we have a product. This is Acquaer. This is a shallow well pump that I picked up. It has thermal overload protection, automatic pressure switch, so it kicks on at 20 psi and off at 35 psi. This is a dual voltage pump, so it'll work at 115 volts or 230 volts, and its maximum suction lift is 25 feet vertical. This is a half horsepower pump. Now I bought this to put into the pump house to put pressure into the pressure tank. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what's included with this pump. I'm very excited about this one. I paid about $140 for this pump on Amazon. And if we look at the side of the packaging right here, we do have an exploded diagram showing you how to hook it up. It does have an 1.25 inch inlet and a 1-inch outlet. It talks about the application, gives you some good information. There's some contact info, and I'll zoom in and give you a closer look at all of this. So there's a look at the shallow well application, and then right now it says the pump is preset to 230 volts. So you power it off, you slide the switch to where it says 115 or 230. So up if you want 230 volts and down if you want 115 volts. Right here you can see some contact information, and then right here there is some information, specifications of this pump. And then of course on the other side of the packaging right here you can see the model number, the horsepower. This is at 115 volts, it'll draw 6.6 amps. So that is approximately 800 watts. So it's not going to be too bad, and there is a performance chart. And then of course right here it talks about measuring your well depth, so feel free to pause if you want to read any of that. And then once again, social media contact info, as well as the specifications that I showed a second ago. And now that we have all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a closer look. We do have a user manual here, and there's a card right here, 1-year warranty card, warranty registration card, and user manual. And as you can see, this pump comes packaged very well. I'm just going to go ahead and lift it straight up out of the package. I'm going to lift it straight out. As you can see, it comes packaged very well. This is a small pump, not super large. It does come equipped with a standard household plug-in, but you do need to open the top and make sure that it is on 115 volts if you want to use that. There's no need really to get into this pressure switch. There is a gauge on the side here. Right here is the inlet, 1.25 inch, and right here is the outlet, 1 inch. On the top you do have a brass screw that you can take off to put water in there to prime the pump. And then down below you do have another brass screw. This is a cast iron head, so if you're going to be getting cold temperatures or not going to be using your pump for a while, you want to drain the water out of here so this doesn't freeze and it doesn't crack this portion here. So there's a look at the motor. Very nice looking little motor. Let's go ahead and take this off. And you can see there's a capacitor in there. This is the switch that we're talking about right here. We want to just slide that down, and now it's set for 115 volts. We can tuck that back away and we will be good to go at this point. This is what the cover says on it. So I like that everything is kind of like water resistant. Looks like this is a fairly well built pump. And just for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and open the pressure switch and see what that looks like inside, just so you guys can see that. So here we're looking at the pressure switch, and right now it's wired to use this pressure switch. If you don't want this pressure switch to be used, and say for example in my case we're going to use the pressure switch off of the pressure tank, then we'll change the wiring, and what we'll do is we'll leave the negative and the positive here, and then we'll take this other negative and this other positive and stack them right on top, and then the pump will be wired directly and it'll work just fine. But for now, until I get all my testing done and stuff, I got to get this thing plumbed in and everything, I'm going to leave it in this configuration, although I might change it later. Inside of the pressure switch cap, there's this information if you need that. And then of course on the top of the cap there's a warning that we need to read. And this is a nice looking pump. Looks like a good quality pump. I think it's going to work really well for our application here. Warning before connecting power. It's telling you to make sure that you have it for the right voltage so you don't mess that up accidentally. There is this little tag here. It's a caution tag. So the default voltage of this product is set to 230 volts due to safety protection. Please make sure the voltage matches the power supply before use. If the power supply voltage is 115 volts, please open the voltage box and adjust the switch. That's what we just did. A voltage mismatch between the product and power source can cause pump failure, injury, or death. Please confirm the power supply voltage and adjust the product voltage correctly before powering on. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you require further information through the Amazon After Sales platform. So very nice that they include that card with you. This cord is pretty nice. It's good and thick. And I like that 3-prong plug that it has. Nice looking pump. Cast iron head here. Looks like it's going to work really well. And looking at the bottom of the pump, it does have this little standoff, and it has these 2 threaded portions where you could thread this down, maybe to keep it from walking if it's running. But I think there's probably not a need for that in our application, so we're going to just set it up just like this. And now we'll take a brief look at the user manual. Very nice, and I'll go through this section fairly quickly. Please feel free to pause your screen if you want to read any of this information a little bit longer. I'll go through this fairly quickly. Right there, technical specifications of the pump. This is for a different model. Very nice. Safety information. Additional safety precautions to watch out for. There is some preparation information. Determining the depth of the well. Location of the pump. Tanks pre-charged storage. Looks like a nice user manual. Lots of information in here. Installation instructions. I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. Not really a need to stay there too long. Very nice. Not too bad. I like it when it's got pictures because you can see what's going on. It's talking about priming the pump. Make sure that you're set on the right voltage. Pressure switch installation instructions, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. If you don't want to use the pressure switch, you can wire it where you just plug it on and off. You could wire it to a switch. Pretty cool. A little bit of a troubleshooting guide there, and then we do have a parts diagram. Very simple looking pump, not a lot to it. So if you were curious about what part is, you just find it on the chart, number 2, and it tells you that's the interval channel. Drain cover impeller, number 4, right there, boom, that's the one that does all the magic. So very cool. And then of course, there it is in other languages. So nice user manual. So at this point we're done looking at the pump, we're done looking at the manual. Now we're going to go get this thing installed and then we'll fire it up. That is working fantastic. Working very well. Now let's come outside. I just emptied this bucket and let's take a look and see what kind of water pressure we get. Folks, that's working very well. That's plenty of pressure. That is really nice. Turn it off, the pump turns off. So basically every time you turn the pump on, at least when the pressure tank gets low, that pump kicks on. That is very acceptable. Good water pressure there. I like it. It's working great. Okay, right now we have 150 feet of hose. This is where we bathe the dog. There's the pressure after 150 feet. And the pump is working very well. Excellent pressure up to 150 feet away on this hose. Fantastic job this pump is doing. And here we are. Again, we're 150 feet away. Let's see how fast it takes, how much time it takes to fill up this bucket. Got plenty of pressure, as you can see. A little air in the system. That works good. I like it. Lots of pressure. Nice little pump. I like it. Working very well. Well folks, there you have it. This pump works as advertised. For a 0.5 horsepower pump, it pulls well below 800 watts, much less than I expected. 660 watts was the highest that I saw, and it brought our pressure tank up to pressure no problem. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys are in the market for any kind of jet pump, I bought this one with my own money, so it's not a sponsored video. If you like what you see here, I'll put a link to that pump in the description box down below. It's a wonderful pump as far as I can see right now. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.